and sustainability. And what other areas are you practicing sustainability, and does that reflect your writing and filmmaking?
So I'm sorry, say that one more time.
I was asking, in what other areas does it reflect sustainability in your writing and filmmaking? You talked about the need to express yourself creatively with your clothes, but not the need of not being a brand whore, if that makes any sense, a label whore.
Right.
And you
Right.
also spoke on the sustainability with your car that you drive as well. So I was wondering whether in any other areas in your life that you're practicing sustainability, and does that reflect your art or your craft? Excuse me.
No, not really. So with the clothes and stuff, I just don't. I just never been one of those guys like that. I don't want to have the big, brands on my chest and all this crazy stuff like that. And you know, I I like to look fly without all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like to look good with all that stuff. You know, so without all of that stuff. As far as the car is concerned, man, like I said, I had just had a Tesla in 2020, so I really like the car. I really liked everything about the car. And this one was the newest model. I have all my film equipment. I put it in the back. I needed something a little bit bigger and stuff, and it just happened to be like a perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like I don't like. I don't need like the top stuff. You know what I'm saying? It'll be cool to have something. I do like nice things and stuff. Don't get it twisted. I'll definitely like nice things. I just don't pay a lot of money for clothes.
Definitely, I definitely respect that and definitely understand it. So anyone else, welcome to the room, y'all. Y'all have any questions for Mr. Silk White? Let's go. Unmute your mic and ask. Let's get it.
Hey, yeah, what's going on? So this is Shavada. Um, yeah, man. I guess my question for you would be, I know you're married, so I think I might kind of know the answer, but um, as far as when it comes to your craft, do you believe in work-life balance, or when you've got that idea on your mind, are you just, fully kind of locked in until you can get everything out?
Man, fully locked in. Like I told you, you got to make sacrifices when you're doing stuff like this, and you got to be with somebody who understands. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm around a bunch of beautiful women all the time, models, actresses, all of these things, and you got to be with somebody who understands everything and not gonna be on your back and give you a headache and stuff like that. And when it's time to lock in, it's time to lock in. You know what I'm saying? You got to be around people who understand that. You can't be around somebody like, oh, what about this? It's Thursday. We supposed to do this tonight. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what time it is already. And, when I'm not in that mode and stuff like that, then everything is good and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely have the balance. I definitely do have the balance and stuff like that. But when it's time to lock in, it's definitely time to lock in.
Yeah, appreciate your answer. Yeah, I feel the same way.
That's a fact, man. Listen, man, I'm telling you, you gotta be a sacrifice, man. You're not gonna be able to get nowhere if you living like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to know what you want and be able to do what's required to get what you want. A lot of people they're not going to do what's required uh, because they worried about missing a kids game, what the girl got to say, what their man got to say, and stuff like that. And it's like it's gonna be hard for you to compete with the wolves and sharks out here because when you start moving and grooving, you start meeting these people. These people don't give a fuck. They don't care about none of that stuff. Like if you ain't with the program, you out the way. Like you know what I'm saying. And you just gotta understand how this works if you're serious about something.
I have a question, Silk. It's Mother again.
What's up?
If you may, can you please let the room know how was it that you made it possible to become a to-be film director? Like, what was the process of you becoming a to-be film director?
Um, so pretty much what happened is I was already creating films. I was just creating them on YouTube. I had like these two web series that I had on YouTube, so I was already making films. So what happened was I was making my newest film, right? And somebody came to me and was like, "Yo, you might need to take your stuff to a distribution company because they could get you on these platforms and X, Y, and Z. So at first, I didn't know too much about the platforms and stuff. But like I said, I like to be independent. Which like I own all my stuff, so it's like I could do whatever I want to do. So even if I were putting it on YouTube and my own website, I still could give it to somebody else and still own it. You know what I'm saying? So I just did that because I had like full control, and it just ended up working out and stuff like that. I had a meeting with the people. They was telling me about Tubi. I didn't know what it was at first, and the more I started going, the more I started marketing towards Tubi, like sending people to Tubi, sending people to Tubi, and so was a lot of other filmmakers as well. And now everyone knows like what Tubi is because everybody was marketing everybody to go watch their films on Tubi. Because at one point, that was the only place that would take independent films besides YouTube and your own website. You know what I'm saying? So they was one of the first. So that's how I got on with them.
Nice. I love that for you. Um, I was gonna ask you something else, but it has slipped my mind. So I was just gonna mute up real quick and let somebody else take the floor.
I bet.
We got some new people on the stage. The floor, the stage. Anybody got a question? Any questions in the chat?
I don't have a question, Mr. White, but this is Sheikah, and I would love to say I loved your book series, Tears of a Hustler. It's one of my favorites.
Thank you so
So,
much, Miss Chick. I appreciate you.
congratulations.
Thank you so much,
Absolutely.
man. And
Absolutely. Thank you.
we,
Thank you for creating some great work too. Like I was all in it, ain't gonna lie.
I'll be trying, man. I'll be trying. When you get a chance, we just got the series out to that on Tubi. It's free. Just type in Tears of a Hustler and it'll pop right up.
Oh my God, thank you, Sheikah. You just reminded me of my my question that slipped my mind. So that was my last question to you. Are there any more books or or new upcoming books or movies, films that you're producing or writing at the moment, and when will they be released?
Yes, I have a couple of stuff. I got two things done already. I have Tears of a Hustler season 2 is done already, so that's on the way out. And I have another show called How Much Do You Love Me? And that's done as well. So that's on the way out as well. So those are the two new things to look out for. But for everybody who is on the chat who never checked out any of my movies and stuff, my name is Silk White, and you could check out the movies on Tubi. They're all free. I have All I Want Is You, Part 1 and 2. I got It's Lonely at the Top, Part 1 and 2. I have a movie called The Psychic. I have a movie called Black Excellence, The Transporter, Tears of a Hustler, and I have a movie called He Belongs to Me, and Learning the Hard Way, Part 1, 2, and 3 as well. So check out some of the stuff, man. I would love to hear y'all feedback on some of the stuff.
Hey, what up, so this is Rocky. When I told my homeboy Josiah that you was coming through, like he was stoked. He's an upcoming author. So you got any author, advice for people that's coming up with books?
Yeah, of course, man. Just keep writing, because a lot of the times, when I was doing my like writing stuff, you just got to keep going, man. A lot of people stop. They take breaks. They say I got writer's block. They say this. They say that. You just got to keep going and get the book finished and be able to take constructive criticism, because when you send that book to an editor, the editor is going to tell you this is wrong, this is too long, you need to take this out, you need to do the and you got to be able to take that good old constructive criticism.
Okay, I know I said that was my last question. One more. Sorry, Empress.
Now you good, you good. Now you
I
good,
was
let's
like, let's
go.
Oh
do it.
shoot. Okay, so as a director, how do you can you give any advice to the people here in the room on how do you navigate through procrastination and writer's block and imposter syndrome and things in that nature?
Yeah, I just know. So here's the thing right here, right? When you decide you want to do something, right, you have to know who you're competing against, who the competition is. if I'm sad and tired and stuff, I want to take a break, right? The competition is not doing that. So it's just gonna be hard for you to compete when you know it's a bunch of wolves and sharks out here. These people are not playing around. They're hungry, and the same way I'm trying to kill the competition, they trying to do all the same thing as well. And like I said, it's no beef with anybody. It's like a friendly competition. They don't even know these things. It's like a friendly competition in my mind and stuff like that. People probably don't even know me and stuff. And it's like you have to compete, and you have to be a wolf, man. If you're not, you're nothing but a sheep if you're not a wolf. And what happened to the sheeps and stuff. And like I said, man, there's no room for that. People are moving and grooving, man. You're not gonna really be able to compete, and you need to have people around you who say, "Nah, you tripping. Let's go. You gotta get going." What you mean? Nah, nah. If you got people that say, "Yeah, you haven't working hard. You do need to rest and stuff," yeah, it ain't gonna work out too well for you.
Well, I just want to say thank you. You definitely inspired